Well, let me show you around a Linux distribution called Bohdi Linux. Recently, Bohdi Linux had a release 5 months, 6 months ago, and I was having issues when the release came out, and I forgot about it, and I never went back, and I apologize for that, because Bohdi Linux is one of my top favorite 5 distributions, honestly. I ran it for 9 months over on my Streambook to test it out, and I liked it so much I just left it on there for 9 months. I was sad to see it go. Right now, this thing is on my main daily driver, and it is performing phenomenally. This thing has way more power than that thing needs to run it. A little bit about Bohdi Linux. It's been around since 2011. I'm not sure in the month, so it's been around for a while. It's a lightweight Linux distribution. It is running the Moksha Desktop environment, which is a fork of the Enlightenment E17. System requirements to run it. Now there's 64-bit and they have 32-bit support as well. For the 32-bit support, you need a 500 megahertz processor, including non-PAE, 512 megabytes of RAM. Yeah, you heard that right. 512 megabytes, not gigabytes, and a 5 gigabyte of drive space. Recommended 64-bit 1 gigahertz processor, 768 megabytes of RAM, 10 gigabyte of drive space. You can't get that on Windows. Let me put it that way. NeoFetch. Put that in. Oh, got that wrong. There we go. All right. Operating system is Bohdi 7.0 x86-64. Optiplex is my system. And currently, after the updates, it is running kernel 6.4.6- all those numbers generic. A lot of numbers. 760604006. I have 1,411 packages, 9 flat packs, and on a side note, I downloaded OPS Flatpak, and it took forever to load compared to the version in the repositories. The OBS version of the repositories takes about a good second, and it popped right up. The Flatpak version takes about 5 seconds. I'm not sure why. I knew it was like a second or two longer for the Flatpak, but 5 seconds, I've seen it go all the way up to 8 seconds. But yeah, that's a little bit too long. So I went with the .dev version in the repositories. Okay. Shell Bash 5.1.16 resolution. I got 2 monitors, 1680 by 1050. That's the left monitor. And the monitor we're looking at is the 1920 by 1080. Desktop is Enlightenment. Window Manager's Moksha. Excuse me. Window Manager theme is Moksha Green. Theme Moksha Green. GTK2/3. Icons Moksha Green. 2 and 3. Terminologies. The terminal emulator. Terminal font, Terminus 18 bold, Intel i5 2400, 4 quad processor at 3.4 gigahertz, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti, memory, we're using 1.2 gigabytes of memory right now. At standstill, and I can't show this, it's about 460 to 480 megabytes. of RAM only when it loads up to the desktop. So that's pretty damn good. B-top. You know what? Let's go with H-top. Okay. Now I'm using about 27, roughly 20 to 27% of my CPU recording. So there's Q to get out of that. And B-top. On my GPU, I'm using 30% at the moment because Daddy figured out how to get his encoder to work correctly finally. So I finally got full GPU encoding with OBS. Yay me! Okay, enough of that. Let's go back to the operating system. Okay. Note, Bohdi installer runs best with more than 512 megabytes of RAM, ideally 1 gigabyte. Yada yada. Check out the ISO. Take a look at the minimal spec frequently asked. Back. Now, currently, I am running the S.76 version because it has the latest kernel. The standard version runs a 5.15-78 kernel version out of the get-go. I'm sure if you updated, it'll be like the 5.19 kernel, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. And it's pretty much just the same thing as what I have, but it's just the standard version. E76, like I said, has the latest kernel. HWE, I'm not sure about. Okay, hardware enablement is built on top of the standard for desktop workstation computers created in the last decade, and is all about catching up with the newest hardware technologies. If your processor is capable of running 64-bit, and newer hardware should be using this release with approximately 1.3 gigabyte. S76. Bohdi S76 is built on top of the standard and features a more bleeding edge kernel than the HWE release provides. So, for me, I would normally do this one, but I went with this one because it has more NVIDIA optimizations and releases, and it has better Wayland support. Joy. I'll have to take a look at a distribution that has Wayland. This one does not have Wayland yet, and I don't know what the roadmap is for Wayland. I'm pretty sure they have one, but as of yet, I have no clue. On their Discord, they were talking about it, but there was nothing really set in stone on that, so I'm not going to put any words in their mouths. Okay, let's go back, and the app pack. Bohdi Linux app pack built on top of the standard comes with a variety of additional themes and applications. When compared to standard, these are listed below. Bohdi Linux App Pack 7.0's release features the 5.4-156 kernel version. That would be... Oh man, that's escaping me. It's a newer kernel. It's just on a different kernel. It's just a different kernel version. And then it doesn't really matter. It's got a lot of programs installed on it by default. So we'll go ahead and close out of there. Let's open that back up. I actually goofed on that. Okay. When you open up Chromium, you come to this. It's a file. Need connection to the internet. Upgrade is this right here. Sudo app update and sudo app just upgrade. You can do these separately if you want, but I usually do them all at once. That way, saves you a little time. Next thing you want to do is sudo UFW enable, which is your firewall. I don't think it comes with a GUI for the firewall. Terminology software. No, it doesn't. Okay. Anyways, you have system, power off, reboot, all that good stuff. Settings, wallpaper, theme, and we only have the Moksha green on here. Key bindings. If you want to change your key bindings, this is a window manager. It is not a desktop environment. You have what's called shells. And of course, you can add shells and configure with that. Modules. So if you want to turn on, yeah, I've messed with these before. It's been a while since I didn't use it all the time when it was on my my little stream book there, but I used it enough. Here's your backlight. I'm not sure what iBox is. And shot is your screenshot, start, sys tray, and tasks. Gadgets, background options, theme defined, custom image, custom color, transparent, background. Close that out. Mode, presentation mode. With Bohdi Linux, you get presentation mode, which is what I have it set for right now, and the non-presentation mode, which after a few minutes your desktop will sleep and it'll suspend your monitors for you. Settings panel. Look, you have wallpaper, Moksha themes. That's the current wallpaper. You can add wallpapers to this. All this good stuff. It's been a while since I've run this. I'm getting reacquainted with everything as I go. Close this out. Got the Moksha theme. Now you can add more themes to it through the import button, but I don't want to. Not right now. And you can do your fonts, change your fonts around, add fonts, I'm pretty sure. Set your borders, borderless default dialog, left controls, all that good stuff. No resize dialog, pixels shaped. Startup. If you want to add startups, this is where you want to put it. So if you wanted to turn, I don't know, it into a gaming distribution, you'd throw your Steam .desktop file in here, and away you'd go. Or you drop it in your auto start folder. I usually do it manually to make sure it works correctly. I've never actually added a startup program to this, so I'm not 100% sure how this works. Or maybe this just shows the startup programs. Probably just shows them. And then you got apps, personal application launchers, favorite applications, iBar, which is what this is. Screen lock applications, screen unlock applications, restart applications, startup applications, default application, desktop environment. And only launch single instances. I don't set that because I usually have multiple terminals open when I'm working on stuff. And you can start known service on login, KD service on login. Screen, virtual desktops. You can increase how many you want or decrease it, just leave it on 1. Back to the default 4. And the pattern of it. Screen locking. Lock on startup, lock on suspend. Backlight input. Edge bindings, key bindings, mouse bindings, ACPI bindings, touch, mouse and touchpad, and keyboard. Windows, window display. Window focus. Window geometry. Window remembers, window process management, window switcher. Focus and raise, warp mouse while selecting. It's kind of small. It's hard for my eyes to read it. Warp mouse at end, jump to desk, move to current desk after switch. There's your menus. Figure those out a little bit. Language support, advanced, signal binding, system controls, performance, frame rate, application priority, caches, edge caches, edgy, files, places, launcher, got all those. There's a lot in it for what this for this being a window manager. This thing has a lot in it. Dialog and profiles. If you want to add, change your profiles and stuff like that, or mess around with that. Extensions, clipboard settings modules, system. You can show the temperature. Click on load. Didn't show anything. Darn it. Maybe we got to restart the window manager. Probably have to restart the window manager to get that to work. I'm not really familiar with window managers. Desktop icons. If you want icons on your desktop, load those. Launcher. Core. And you can set it for tiling too, which I don't. And you got settings, applications dialog, edge bindings, input control, interaction language, menu settings, performance, screen, search directories, shelves, theme, window manipulation, window reminders. Close. And that's it for that. Got your screenshot right there. Accessories. Now I've downloaded a few programs myself just to, like OBS, that kind of stuff, just to show things. You have in Grandpa, Archive Manager, LeafPad, Preferences, additional drivers. If you have NVIDIA, and I do, this is where you go to install your NVIDIA drivers or any additional drivers that might pop up that you might need. For Ubuntu Pro, developer options, notification, updates. Subscribe to all the updates. Automatically check for updates every 2 days. And I press my password. Okay. Other software, if you want to add repositories, it's a good place to do it. And Ubuntu software. Language support, monitor settings. Use AR&R. But NVIDIA has its own monitor settings application, which is this. Oops, excuse me. So I just do it through here. Back up, come on. Yeah. Oh, duh. Little pop-up window popped up. I didn't see it. Okay. Software and updates. Goes right back to that. Now, the first thing you want to do when you get into any Linux distribution is you want to do your updates first. Enable your firewall before you take this thing out of the internet. It's always a good idea to do that. Keeps you safer, keeps your system running lean and mean. Okay, graphics, ePhoto. Bindings. Control plus plus, zoom in, control plus minus, zooms out. It's really hard to see. Okay, we're good. I don't have any pictures to show. And image magic. And then you have internet. Chromium browser is what they use for web browser. Web browser manager. Oh, is that new? I don't ever remember seeing this. Waterfox, Vivaldi, Slimjet, Pale Moon, Opera, Brave, Chrome, Chromium, Vulkan, Firefox. So if you want to install a different web browser, that's where you'd go. Found a video now. I downloaded OBS and Tenacity. It came with VLC, I believe. Tenacity is a fork of Audacity, and I'm using the flat pack version. And system tools. You got Thunar for the file manager, terminology for the terminal emulator. Software is GNOME software because I installed the flat pack and added that to it. NVIDIA is for my graphics card, HTOP, bulk rename, advanced network configuration, help, which opens up this on Chromium. Synaptic Package Manager is where you would normally get all your programs from by default with Bohdi. Let's search for heck, OBS Studio. And I've already got that installed. Okay, applications, system tools, and the Bohdi App Center. Now, these are the recommended programs that they know run well with their distribution here. Burning softwares for if you have a DVD driver, a DVD ROM drive, Rosario and XF burn. Chat clients, XChat and Pigeon. Email clients, Claus Mail and Thunderbird. File managers. Okay. Double Commander, Nautilus, PCman FM, Thunar. They have 6 games. Isolate Solitaire, Jeweled, Frozen Bubble, Minds Play on Linux for all your Windows stuff, the front end, and SuperTux. I haven't installed Wine yet, which I'm going to do pretty soon because I'm going to take this thing out and I'm going to do another modern gaming on a lightweight Linux distribution. And you got icon sets. Finza, I can't pronounce that. Finza icons. Numix icons. And you can install that there. I like the Numix icons. Oh yeah, you can go through this and just look at it for yourself. Now there's 21 themes here though. Now I believe if you just download, click on this one, excuse me, made a package to install all maintained Bohdi themes. This grabs everything. But if you don't want everything, you just click on it and it'll show you what it looks like. Deep Blue Electric. That's not bad looking. Kind of rounded down there though. Japan theme right there. Kind of like that one. Oh, Dimension Green, Japan, Moonlight theme. They have like a 7. There we go. 7 Windows 7 thing. If you're into that kind of stuff. Okay. And if you're on the desktop, it's a glitch right there. Oh, no, it's not. Just sitting in the way. Okay. This was supposed to be over here. But yeah, you can move these around if you want. Normally it's over on this side. The clock is over. Normally it's over here. But that's how you'd move them around if you didn't want them where they were at. I prefer the clock on this side up on the top right corner. And these over here midway. Well, that's it for now on this one. That's my fumbling through Bohdi Linux. It's a really, really good distribution. Don't let my stumbling through it deter you from using it. It is solid. It's sleek. It looks good. They modernized the desktop a little bit from the previous version. I can tell that it's subtle but so it's settled in all the right good places. Now, these are all my recent. I did not know that clipboard. There's all the some of my recent terminal sessions, the commands I put in the terminal. This was gonna be a Bazite video, but the hard drive died that I had it on. And I wasn't not gonna go through another long installation. That was probably the hard drive. I don't know for sure. It locked up. I tested it out before I did it. It said it was fine. I don't know. So I canceled that video because I don't want to go back through a long installation to getting everything on there again. Anywho, I will see you guys next time. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe and all that good stuff.